Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think we're ready to go. So as you can see here, what I said, ES, S&P 500, E-mini futures. This is TradingView where everybody does their charting. And today I believe we had a beautiful day, but I didn't really look at the charts because I was working, giving English lessons. And I heard price would be very choppy, but it did give a bunch of beautiful setups, to be really honest with you. So today I would like to break that down. Now, coming to order flow, I said I used a tool called the volume profile. So what is the volume profile? Very simply, it is a tool that you drag from a certain time to another time, and it gives you some sort of a diagram like this. And this represents the amount of volume that was transacted at every price level. So you see here 68.52, 68.66, etc. And the bigger the shapes, the more volume was transacted at those levels. So why is that relevant information? Very simply because price is always seeking liquidity. Price is always seeking volume. And when price reaches certain levels on the volume profile, it does really interesting moves that you can capitalize on. The red line you see in the middle is called the point of control, or POC. That is relevant information when price reaches it. A volume profile will always have a line which is called the POC, and it will always have also one line under and one line above. The line under is called the value area low, and the line above is called the value area high. So everything between the value area low and the value area high is called the value area, and that is 70% of where all the volume was transacted. So if, for example, more volume was transacted between those two areas here, those lines, the value area high and low, they would move up and down. I'm just going to show you an example. Let's say I put it from here to here. You see now? It would be between here and here. So the volume profile gives you very, very valuable information about where price is. Are we inside of the value area? Are we outside of it? Are we under or below the value area high or the value area low? And based on all of that, when you're good at reading it, you can know, okay, from here I should sell, from here I should buy, from here I'm expecting a reversal, from here I'm expecting a break and retest, etc. So the volume profile is a must-have tool in every trader's survival kit. So the volume profile, you can have it on TradingView, no problem. That line here, you might ask me what it is. This is VWAP. It means volume weighted average of price. So VWAP sometimes can give you trades, but not always. It's not really used for that. But sometimes when price reaches it, you pay attention and perhaps you can have a trade from it. So the volume profile gives you levels to trade from. And now when price reaches your level, let's say you have a level here and this is your value area high, just like here, you have 4 or 5 setups that can happen. First setup you can have is a reversal. Price reaches your level and it reverses. The second setup you can have is called a break and retest. Price breaks your level and then retests it. Boom. So here, if price comes here, you would be taking a sell, and if price comes here and does a break and retest, you would be taking a buy. Another setup that can happen is straight up a continuation. Price breaks through your level and you kind of missed the trade. It was too fast for you to enter on a break and retest. Now, why is trading tricky? Let me explain to you. Because sometimes price comes really deep and you think it's going to do a break and retest. Like here, you think it's going to do like that. It comes really deep, or you don't know it might do that, but then it does a reversal. But it came really deep. It didn't just touch your level and reverse. It comes really deep. Other times, why is it tricky? Because price reached your level and you think it's going to give a reversal. You have signs. It reverses a little bit, but then it does a weird break and retest. It's not a real break and retest, but something like that can totally happen. And really the trickiest of all scenarios is when a price reaches your level, and then it starts chopping, starts consolidating. It goes nowhere. And then you don't know, it might go up or it might go down. You have no idea. It's very, very tricky sometimes, and this sometimes happens. So basically trading, like I said, you catch market moves, but you identify your levels from which you want to play from. From that level, I'm looking to sell. From that level, I'm looking to buy. Then when price reaches your levels, that's when you need other tools like the footprint charts to really determine if you're going to have more of a reversal or a break and retest or continuation. You follow what I'm saying? Okay, my dear friends. So let's come here. Now you're going to see why the volume profiles are very interesting. So I use a bunch of them. Everybody uses a lot of them. So the first one you want to use is the previous day session one. So you started from 6 p.m. of the previous day. So it's going to be a 23-hour one. A session starts at 6 p.m. all the way to 5 p.m. of the next day. So today we are Tuesday, very well. So I started it at Sunday, 6 p.m. all the way to Monday, 5 p.m. You see it? So this is my previous day session volume profile. Now another one that you can use is called the cash volume profile. So you started from 9:30 when the cash session opens all the way to 4 p.m. So the cash volume profile is going to be inside of the session volume profile. Now you're going to find that sometimes they line up. You see their POC here, the red line in the middle, they completely line up. And look at where price reacted today. Isn't that beautiful? So this is why I say those volume profile levels are super interesting. Let me put it right here. Previous day point of control, PDPOC. So that level was super important. You could have marked it. And when price reached that level here at 1 p.m., you could have looked on your other software to see your footprint and try to analyze on whether you're going to have a reversal or a break and retest. Now, what did I say? Sometimes it's choppy. And look at that. It chopped for literally 30 minutes. Price accumulated liquidity to shoot up higher. But there was a way here to catch a trade. Now, let's have a look here at, you see here, you had the value area high of the session volume profile. You mark a line and look at where price came. This was at 2 in the morning during the London session. Price came here and you could have caught a beautiful reversal, and price came again here and gave another reversal all the way to VWAP. So those are utterly interesting levels. Okay, and one last thing, if you look here, this is the overnight session volume profile that you can use. So you start trading at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, and you can use the volume profile starting at 6 p.m. And this one, we're going to drag it all the way to 5 p.m., correct? For tomorrow's trading day. But look, here you had POC. You can mark it. And look at where price came. Okay, you can drag it from here and look at where price came at 350. It came at POC, the same way it came to POC here. It came here. And now what did I say? When price reaches your level, what do? You jump on the footprints and try to identify if you're going to have a reversal or a break and retest. Price comes here. And if you were good at reading the order flow, you could have caught a beautiful sell.